Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about why I started this channel, and in addition to summarizing the first part of How Not to Die, the book I'm gonna do a video series on, I it reminded me on why I decided to start this self improvement channel. Um, in the book, the author says that the reason why he got into the medical profession, why he decided to become a doctor, was because he saw his grandmother heal herself through nutrition, through just fixing her diet. Uh, how she cured her heart disease problem um, just through diet alone. And he mentions how most people are motivated when somebody dies, but he was motivated by seeing her get well again. And later in the introduction, he talks about uh, the problem with the business model of most hospitals. Um, See, doctors are paid uh, by the amount of prescriptions they prescribe. Um, and this hits really close to home to me because I have eczema. Um, I've had it my whole life. If you see my hands a little fucked up, it's because I've been struggling with a skin problem my whole life. And when I read that part, it really hit close to home because I'm not cured. I've had since I've had this my whole life. I can remember all the times doctors prescribed steroid cream, which was just fixing the symptoms and not the cure. And it's really having to like deal with that problem my whole life just kind of helped me to realize that doctors really don't, or okay, most doctors don't give $2 about anybody or any of their patients, basically. It's a job to them, and that's fine. Like, I'm not against making money, but you know, people need to take responsibility for their own health. I there's so many friends and family that I have. When I talk to, they're about whatever health problem they're suffering from. They're like, well, I'll just go to the doctor. I'll and he'll cure me, basically. Like, they treat him like rock stars, which of course they deserve it. Like, they put so many years of school into it. But at the same time, they don't give two fucks about you. Imagine the doctor from House, like how he just like, yeah, he just got that attitude of everybody's dumb and I'm the smartest person in the whole world. That's, I guess, that's pretty much every doctor I've ever had. Um, Even when I was a little kid, like my pediatrician would just like come in and be like, oh, so so how's school? Man, this weather is really weird, and it's just such bullshit uh, patients have to go through, and time and time again, I still, embarrassingly, I still pay for the medicine. Like, whenever I fuck up my diet, whenever I fuck up my sleeping schedule, my whole body just it goes to shit. Like, you can't tell, but my skin used to be a lot worse. It got to the point where it would hurt when I had to take a shower, and I would like avoid showers, which is disgusting. But I would avoid showers because it would be literally painful for my skin to feel water on it, and it gets to the point where I had trouble. You can't tell right now, but the skin on my neck and behind my knees was so destroyed that I couldn't bend my arms, I couldn't turn my neck, I couldn't close my hand because I just, I just didn't. I cared, but I thought that since I went to the doctor, that I would just be cured, and I didn't have to put that much effort into um, making myself better. And yeah, so it's just it really frustrates me when people say, oh, I'm just gonna take this medicine and I'll be fine, or I'm going to the doctor to see what's up. And people need to take responsibility. I need to take responsibility for my own health. Nobody gives a shit about you except your family. You know, if you have a family member that's into nutrition or whatnot, of course they're going to share what they know. But on top of that, your well-being is you're putting your well-being on to you're putting that responsibility to your friends and your most trusted you know acquaintances or whatever. And it's I've done that before, and you know it just really fucks up your health. It makes you feel alone. I would avoid talking to people because my skin was so fucked up. Um, it ruined a lot of aspects of my life, and taking responsibility for my own health, doing my own research on what keeps me healthy and what screws me up. Just all of that combined really just helped me to, you know, just I guess I built up enough frustration just to make a video about it and rant about it. But anyways, that's another reason why I started this YouTube channel. I I tried seeing a therapist, and it just wasn't for me. And there's so many other YouTubers that just talk about this rant. And I used to think all YouTubers were just like, hey, like all jump cut jokes and like, what's going on, guys? Whoa, and vlogging, and as you can tell, that's totally not me. I'm not I'm not the best speaker, as you can probably tell already by my first 3 cringe videos. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to rant about that, and if there's any other points I'd like to make. Oh, when he talks about the author of How Not to Die, he talks about how when he was a medical student, when he was going to medical school, big pharmaceutical companies would groom him to, they would give him steak dinners just so they can have somebody to shill for their medicine that they paid. They've marketed well. That's why you see commercials for every drug in the book, and you don't see commercials for healthy foods and whatnot, because they're all funded by big pharma. So anyways, I guess that's about it. I was reminded on why I wanted to start this channel, and why I want to hone in on all my the source of my rage and my bad skin. So yeah, I hope that helped. Stay tuned for the next chapters, or the summary of the chapters of the book How Not to Die. And I'm going to continue working on my delivery. Hope this is a little bit better than what I've been putting out. But anyway, it's 1:45 a.m. Good night.